On behalf of our 42,000 amazing students and 5,000 outstanding employees, I would like to welcome you here today to Frederick County Public Schools' very special, long-awaited, groundbreaking ceremony for Butterfly Ridge Elementary School. This is truly a labor of love, and it is wonderful to see so many people here to celebrate this very important occasion with us today. I want to take a few minutes to introduce you to the elected leaders who have worked so hard to make this day possible for all of us. I'm going to read you in groups, state, county, city, and I'm going to ask each person to stand as I say their name, and then if we could give all of them a very, very warm round of applause, because we would not be here were it not for their efforts. I would like to start with our county government. Our county executive, Jan Gardner, is here with us this afternoon. And from our Frederick County Council, we have President Bud Otis, Council Member Jerry Donald, and that's all I have for Council. MC Keegan-Air, I'm so sorry. Council Vice President MC Keegan-Air. We have two very special employees of the county government. One who is the educational liaison and works so very closely with us. If we could please all welcome and thank Janice Spiegel for all that she does. And I'm told there's another very important county government official who actually used to be the Frederick County Public School Chief Operating Officer, and he retired, and in her ultimate wisdom, Mrs. Gardner asked him to fill in as an administrative officer for her. So can we say welcome and thank you to Mr. Ray Barnes. We have representatives here from state government, a very important funding source for projects like this. We want to introduce and welcome Senator Ron Young, Delegate Karen Lewis Young, Delegate Carol Krim, and in uniform today, and he's saying, no, don't introduce me, but it's too late now, Delegate Bill Folden is here as well. Representing the city of Frederick, we have Alderwoman Donna Kuzemchik, Alderman Michael O'Connor, and Alderman Kelly Russell. The representatives from the Frederick County Board of Education, Board President Brad Young, Board Vice President Liz Barrett, Board members Mike Beninsky and Joy Schaefer. I would ask that they just stand as a group and be recognized, but there are a lot of senior staff from Frederick County Public Schools who have made this possible as well. So would you all stand up so we can acknowledge you and offer a round of applause? Don't pretend you're not senior staff. So we also want to thank whoever was responsible for this incredibly beautiful day. And if you're going to be doing groundbreaking ceremonies at two schools in the same day, this is exactly the kind of day you want to have that happen. We have some other very special guests who are going to be helping us out today, and I want to ask them, when I call their name, to stand up. And these are the incredible students, the reason we are all here today, who will be helping us with the shovel activity that's going to happen in a little bit, and they will be representing Hillcrest Elementary, Orchard Grove Elementary, Waverly Elementary, the 3 school communities that are going to come together and create the Butterfly Ridge community. So 4th grade from Hillcrest Elementary, we have Kalia Nickens. Also 4th grade from Hillcrest Elementary, we have Letzi Ceballos. 4th grade from Orchard Grove Elementary, Saimer Worrell. 3rd grade, Orchard Grove Elementary, Sophia Bastian. 5th grade from Waverly Elementary, we have Freddie Cubias. And 5th grade from Waverly Elementary, Malaysia Jackson. And we know from prior experience that the students will be the ones to watch and model when it comes to how to do the groundbreaking ceremony. This is a very proud day for us, for our youngest learners, for our community, and for the people of Frederick County. This audience knows better than anyone that this school fills an urgent need in this community. So many people have worked so hard to get to this day, and so many people will continue working for many more months as we look forward to the opening of this awesome new school. The fact that we're here together to celebrate this milestone speaks to the power of advocacy and the power of coming together as a community. Many neighbors and many neighborhoods are coming together today to form a new community, a community of learning. This school will serve as a monument to your determination and to your commitment to the education of the children of Frederick County for generations to come. Today, we see how many positive things can result from working together in the spirit of community. That coming together means opportunity and possibility for your children, the children of Butterfly Ridge. I want to thank all of you for your work, your advocacy, and your vision. And I want to thank all of you for being here to mark this milestone. And one of the special things that will help us mark this milestone is a special proclamation by the City of Frederick that will be presented by Alderwoman Kelly Russell.
Thank you, Dr. Alban, and for plugging us into the program. I wanted to also acknowledge in the audience Nikki Bamonte, the Mayor's Executive Assistant, and Captain Summers, representing the Frederick Police Department. The City of Frederick, and I'm sorry, the Mayor is under the weather today, so that's why you got number 2 here. We are very proud to be the home of this new school, and on behalf of the City of Frederick, I have the certificate to offer on the groundbreaking. Today, the City of Frederick joins Frederick County Public Schools, the Hillcrest community, and the public in celebrating the groundbreaking of the eagerly awaited Butterfly Ridge Elementary School. It will improve the capacity at Hillcrest, Orchard Grove, and Waverly Elementary Schools. Today marks the beginning of a dynamic relationship the city will have with Butterfly Ridge School administrators, teachers, and especially students. And it's signed by the Mayor on behalf of the Board of Aldermen, and most importantly, the residents of the City of Frederick. So congratulations on the groundbreaking.
Thank you so very, very much. Thank you. And I know this will find a place in the home of Butterfly Ridge Elementary School in the very near future. It is now my pleasure to introduce the person that we have selected to bring this new community together. She is an inspirational principal who has done some amazing things with an arts integration program at Spring Ridge Elementary School, and we know that she is going to bring that same enthusiasm and passion in educating the students of Butterfly Ridge Elementary School. Dr. Patty Hosfeld.
Thank you, Dr. Alban. It is an honor to be here today, and I'd like to welcome all of you to the site of the new Butterfly Ridge Elementary. I particularly welcome and thank our honored guests, Board of Education President Young, and fellow board members, Superintendent Alden, the Honorable Jan Gardner, and many of our state and local elected leaders, as well as many of our leaders at FCPS who have joined us here today. But our most honored guests here today aren't guests at all. They're family. And they are the families and community of the members of Butterfly Ridge. Their support has made the building of this school possible. Thank you for taking the time to join us today for this momentous occasion. And what an exciting time for our students, our district, and our community, as this is the first newly named elementary school in our county in more than a decade. And I am very honored to be named the first principal of Butterfly Ridge Elementary. Upon completion in August of 2018, this 105,000 square foot elementary school will house students in pre-K through 5th grade. The building will host 33 general education classrooms, as well as specialty classrooms such as resource, skills enrichment, art rooms, 3 music classrooms, student collaboration spaces, and a media center with teaching spaces. Butterfly Ridge Elementary will also feature STEAM instructional practices, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and the arts, that will allow students to learn innovative skills as they develop creativity and problem-solving abilities. Students will take advantage of learning in flexible spaces, such as makerspace labs, using interactive technology in every classroom, and perhaps even performing in an outside seating area. The school will also contain a community parks and recreation center that will feature a high school competition basketball court and a multi-purpose activity room. Our school colors are yellow, green, and silver. And while a mascot has not been chosen as of yet, the name of the school itself reminds us that we delight in the beauty of a butterfly, but rarely see the changes it goes through to achieve that beauty. Today, we are witness to the changes that this school will go through over the next several months to, without doubt, achieve the beauty that will be Butterfly Ridge Elementary. Thank you. And now, please welcome Frederick County Board of Ed President, Mr. Brad Young.
It's indeed an honor to bring comments here today on behalf of the Board of Education. The project that's being built right behind us has taken many years of planning, many years, as Dr. Alban said, of advocacy on the part of parents and students in the community in the Hillcrest, Waverly, and Orchard Grove areas. I'm probably one of the few people here that happened to be at a groundbreaking just a little bit over that way, a little over 25 years ago for Hillcrest Elementary School. Dr. Hosfeld, my mom was lucky enough to be the first principal and principal for the first 17 years of Hillcrest Elementary School. And I can remember standing there saying, where are the kids going to come from? Look at all these fields. There's no houses out here. Don't see that anymore, so I think you'll have plenty of students to fill not only these walls, but continue at Waverly, Hillcrest, and Orchard Grove. I did want to acknowledge, as I did earlier today, today's also a special day. My dad, Senator Ron Young, is his birthday. He did tell me earlier I misspoke. It's his 34th birthday. You can figure that out because I'm almost 53 that it doesn't work. But if that makes him feel better, we'll go with that. So happy birthday again. When I came onto the board almost 7 years ago, it was very evident that we not only had issues of having enough seats for students in the west end of Frederick, but also in the Urbana-Monrovia area. In addition to the fact that we had so many schools that needed additional, or so many communities that needed additional seats, we also had some very old facilities that needed renovation. One of those is a school that this will feed into, Frederick High. Frederick High opened this past September at the start of the school year. If you've not been there yet, please visit. It is a fantastic facility. Yesterday, as part of the process of building this, the county executive and the superintendent and our COO and myself went down to Annapolis because part of the job is to advocate for the state funding for this project. The comptroller, Peter Francho, mentioned that he had just gone to a new school that was built in another county. And when he walked in, the energy that he could feel from the students was overwhelming. And I shared with him, I felt that same energy when I visited Frederick High. It is incredible when you walk in there to feel the energy and just renewed passion that our students and staff have now being in that great building. And that will happen right back here too. The building itself is not what's important, it's what's inside of it. But for communities, having a nice new school certainly makes that a lot easier. Part of that planning process, I also wanted to acknowledge, this actually started over 7 years ago, and so we've had board members that have come and gone. One of our former board members, Dr. Bengali, was a part of the board that originally approved this building and moved it forward. So I wanted to acknowledge and thank Dr. Bengali for your leadership. Let's hear it for Dr. Bengali. And as I said, it's a long process. We had a meeting about 2 years ago when the board was put in a very tough position of prioritizing the needs of our school system. We had the new Frederick High, which I know County Executive Gardner will talk about some of the funding issues, but it came in a lot more expensive than we thought. And what that did was it pushed back a number of projects in our capital plan. And it made it very tough knowing that we needed both Urbana, a new school, and here on the west end of Frederick. And it was putting us in a position of, unfortunately, having to look at which one was going to come first. We reached out to the county and to County Exec Gardner and said, look, we really need them both now. Let's figure out a way to get this done. And to the county's credit and the state's credit, they came together, worked together with the community, and we're very blessed to have both schools opening for this next school year. Centerville and Urbana Elementary are both over 130% of capacity. Hillcrest and Waverly are both well over 100% of capacity, and we need the additional seats in both areas for our students. So we are very thankful for our elected officials in funding this project and moving it forward. The county's actually doing forward funding to help us build this project sooner than we would have been able to do that if we had to wait for the full state project. So again, thank you to our county executive, our county council, President Otis and council members for that, and to our state delegation for funding this project, which will be a great addition to our school system. With that, now I'm going to turn it over to our county executive. And again, it's extremely important that the Board of Education, although we're an independent body, we have to have a great working relationship with our funding authorities, with the state and with the county. And we're very fortunate to be able to have that kind of relationship, which makes it work. And again, want to commend County Executive Gardner for making this happen. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I'm supposed to, on behalf of the citizens of Frederick County, welcome you to the official groundbreaking for Butterfly Ridge Elementary School. But you can all see that the school is well under construction. It's actually pretty exciting to watch the action happening as we sit here to celebrate this wonderful day. And it is a beautiful day and an exciting day for the Hillcrest community and for the surrounding area. Every parent wants their child to be successful and to have access to a high-quality education. And research certainly shows that family involvement in education improves student success. In fact, the more activities families attend focusing on improving student learning, and the more families become advocates for their students' education, the better those students will do in school. Simply put, family involvement makes a difference in the educational output of our students. It's really a win-win. We know that raising students and educating students to be successful takes a community effort. It takes parents, teachers, administration, staff working together in conjunction with local and state education partners to provide an excellent educational program and to make sure we have adequate space for children to learn. I really want to give a shout out to the parents, the PTAs, and all of the families, some of you who are here today, for your great work in demonstrating your strong advocacy and commitment and involvement in your students' education. This advocacy is what got this school done. I do also want to give a special shout out to Vice President of the County Council, MC Keegan-Air. This is her district, and she was really engaged with this community to get them involved in advocating for this school. So we thank you for that. I also want to thank the County Council PTA. I know Kyle Boston is here, and he's been involved actively with the County PTA. And to all the PTAs at Hillcrest, at Waverly, at Orchard Grove, for everyone who's advocated for this school. The Hillcrest community showed up at public meeting after public meeting to demonstrate their Husky pride to all of Frederick County over and over again. And they kept going even when it looked like the school might just not happen because there wasn't enough money or there was another challenge. So everyone here in the Hillcrest community learned that advocating for a school takes time, persistence, and hard work. It really is a community effort. But no one gave up, and together we got it done. This community values public education and recognizes the importance of providing adequate space inside a school building for our students. And we knew, everybody in this community knew, as well as across the county, that we needed both schools. We needed the school here in Hillcrest and the school in Urbana. And that really set up a major task for the county. But working with the community, including our private sector, we were able to get this done, and it's something we should all be proud of. To keep this project on track and on schedule, it took the effort of many partners. I want to thank the City of Frederick for providing the school site. I want to thank the County Council and the majority of the County Council that voted to approve the funding for this school, including forward funding the state share. I want to thank the Board of Education and Frederick County Public Schools who value engineered these projects and helped keep costs down. And I also want to give a shout out and thank to two developers, Tom Natelli and Jason Wiley, who were willing to put forward an innovative funding approach to help fill the gap. The new Butterfly Ridge Elementary School will be a state-of-the-art facility built for 725 students. When it opens next September, it will have an oversized community gym, something we weren't so sure we could manage to fund either, but we got that done too. And it will have an additional 4,000 square feet to address some of the unique programmatic needs of the students who attend here, and it will have the best up-to-date technology. Butterfly Ridge Elementary School will be a modern 21st century learning facility providing a safe environment for students with seats inside a building, something that we know is very important to these parents. I know that the community will not be sorry to say goodbye to the portables in this area. We all want Frederick County students to be successful. We want students to move on after elementary school and be successful in middle school and high school. We want students to graduate from college or to be ready for work and career, and we want them to stay and work right here in the city of Frederick and in Frederick County. That's the goal of public education. Education is the key to the American dream. Great schools ensure that students can live their dream. Schools become home, like a community, a place to gather and a place to grow. Today, as we move dirt and officially break ground for this school that's already under construction, I can't help but think about the students who will be able to go here and the advantages that they will have and the support that they have from their community, which is really fantastic. This community has showed up and stood up for this community's students. What a great example the parents, the PTA, and all the advocates in this community have had for their students. I commend everyone for their advocacy to get this school accomplished. In spite of a variety of challenges and barriers, we know that Butterfly Ridge Elementary School will create its own rich history in service to this community. One thing is sure to be true: the students who will go to this school will have a bright future. Thank you.
Before we end our ceremony today, thank you, Jan Gardner, very much. I'd like to say hello to Dr. Kerr for joining, and thank you for joining us today. And before we end our ceremony, I'd like to again thank our honored guests and families of our community for celebrating with us. A very special thank you goes out to representatives from the architect firm Grimm and Parker and builder Len Lease. And a huge thank you to the collaborative efforts of everyone at Frederick County Public Schools Division of Operations, especially construction management, facilities, purchasing departments, and Senior Project Manager Brad Ahalt and Elementary Director for Butterfly Ridge, Kathy Pritchard, for your dedication to excellence as Butterfly Ridge continues to transform. As we look to the future, students, staff, and families at Butterfly Ridge will be a part of a community dedicated to student learning, focused on building leadership, growing rigorous academic skills, and developing positive relationships. And now I'd like to invite you to please, if you haven't already, sign the beam over here and our guest book, and then enjoy refreshments as we continue our actual groundbreaking event with our students. So if we could have our students walk over, and there's photo opportunities, so please join us.